Hey y'all, it is another video today. And no, I'm not crying, I'm not upset. I was making a video, went to take a little sippy sip of drink, and started choking to death on water. I can't make this stuff up. So, this morning we woke up to 9 degrees in Texas. And a couple hours later, it started snowing. Ridiculous, right? So I made another little frog. I can't stop making these. I love them. I need to rework some things on them because this one I put a little mouth on, but I kind of want him to go down a little bit so it's smiling. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to sew that a little bit better because embroidery is not my thing. Okay, so I have been on a cleaning spree. Bipolar manic is kind of taking over my life at the moment. Yes, I am taking the meds. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But it is taking over a little bit worse than normal. Excuse me. And one of those things is I rounded up all the acrylic scraps. Now I have tons down here beside me. You know, anywhere from this kind that can make a lot of things to smaller balls that aren't really anything I don't know what to do with. It is all acrylic. It is all mostly Red Heart. It's garbage yarn. What I call garbage yarn. I don't love it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to waste it. And then I was like, you know what? There's got to be something I can figure out what to do with it. Excuse me, guys. I can't get it together. So, there's somebody on YouTube I follow. And I don't know quite to think about her style. But I gotta give it to her. She comes up with the coolest things. And I'm gonna pause because I cannot quit coughing. And I'm gonna pause really quick. Okay, we're gonna try this. So she just kind of wings it and kind of plans it out, which is really cool to watch her process. Now I can never remember her name, so I wrote it down for everybody. This is the girl on YouTube that I watch. Her name is Michelle, and she does a lot of crocheting vintagey colors, like from the 60s and 70s, I would say. The browns, the oranges, the yellows. But she just comes up with the coolest stuff. And I wish I could have that freedom, right? To make my mind to be able to do that. So what I did is I sat down with myself and I said, okay, why can't I do something like this? Why can't I take these scraps and make a cardigan? Just a plain Jane crochet granny square cardigan. And just see what happens. Will I have the opportunity probably to ever wear this thing? I don't know. But again, that's another overthinking thing. Let's just make it to make it and see where it goes. I'm gonna get through this video. I'm gonna get through it. And I found this with everything. So I'm gonna tie it all together with this. This is the Mainstays yarn. I have tried to give this a chance. I'm just not impressed with Mainstays. And I think, y'all, the reason I don't like this acrylic yarn and Red Heart yarn and stuff, it just doesn't have any drape. It doesn't have movement. It doesn't have what I want to have out of it, like big twist. I have literally destashed most of my yarn, except for these scraps, to just have my big twist, to have vintage Karen Simply Soft, stuff like that. I don't even want anything else in my stash. And I've got, you know, if y'all remember, this used to be a whole wall of yarn. And I went through it, and I went through it. I did keep some of the bulkier stuff because I still don't want to crochet with bulkier yarn. And that is simply because I'm a very anal about getting my ends weaved in. I want those ends secured, and I don't feel like that can happen with the bulkier yarns. But with these frogs, I love this yarn. I don't know what it is. You know, some of it is, well, the green is Big Twist Posh. I love it. I absolutely love it. It says it is a 5 bulky. I'm absolutely in love with it. The first guy was a much smaller one. And this I found came from Hobby Lobby. But it is so nice. So, don't tell anybody, but I'm using cotton balls to stuff these guys. It's cheaper because I can do polyfill, but I take a cotton ball and separate it, and it works. It works. So, Michelle has inspired me to just let my creative juice flow. And do I know what I'm doing? Hell to the no. Will it be a Hot Mess Express when it comes out finished? Probably. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just want a free flow. I just want to go with it. I don't want to overthink because I'm an overthinker. I feel like my scraps have to match. The scraps have got to have an order. There's got to be structure to this, da 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 da. The only thing I've told myself is there's going to be 5 rows of scraps, followed by the joining color. And they're going to be granny squares. They're not going to be fancy granny squares. They're going to be straight up gangster granny squares. And we're just going to get it as we go. So, what I did is I started and went as wide as I thought it would be on my back. But I wasn't sure, okay, I wanted to go down back. And my first thought was I wanted to do a duster. But then I was like, you know what? What if I don't like the duster? I don't want to take it all apart. And a lot of the situation is when I join, I do a slip stitch join, which gives me kind of a ridge. And I hate that. But I don't hate it enough to change. So I was like, all right, I probably should do a join as you go to give it that flat one. And I know also when I'm done with this, I'm going to throw it in the laundromat washer because it doesn't have the agitator to mess it all up. So it'll ease that problem and then throw it in the dryer. Yeah, I do. I throw it in the washer and I throw it in the dryer. It's acrylic yarn made by Red Heart. It's got fiberglass in it. It's fine. So, I just knew that I didn't want to overthink it. So I made 4 squares across. And I said, okay, it'll fit across my back. It'll fit across here. Now, do I go down with panels this way? How do I want to do this? And then I realized I don't really want to do a jacket because I hate doing ribbing. I hate trying to figure out how to make it wide. So I came up with another solution, and I don't know where I'm going with this solution, but I kind of like where it's going, and I'm just going to roll with it. So I know that 4 wide should cover me. Sorry. So what I did is I did it like this, and then I put the space in there so that when I put it over my head, now the neck's not finished or anything like that. It's going to look bulky. It's going to look weird, okay? But that's going to look like that. And then that way I can work on each side. And then once I get the sides going, then I know how to, if I need to add, I think I'm going to be okay just going straight down and straight down on the back and then sewing up the side a little bit. And then for the arms, it's going to be 2 squares. Yeah, I think 2 squares is what fits on this. I don't know yet. Again, we're not even to the arm part. But if I do 2 squares folded in half, my arm will fit in that. So I think arms would be like this. Now, I probably am not doing this right. I probably am going off the chains a little too weird. But I'm going to go with it. And just go with it. You know, my goal today was going to be a coat of many colors. That was when I first woke up. I was like, I want to do a coat of many colors. I've been wanting to do something with scraps. And then I crawled under the bed and got all the scraps. They were secured. Don't worry. It's not dirty under there. And I got the scraps and I was like, okay, let's do something. And that's why I was going to do a duster cardigan type thing and just have it panels. But I was like, I kind of want to go with a sweater look. And it will probably be boxy, but I don't really care. I really don't. And I kind of might just make it down to my knees and wear it over tights or something. I don't even know if I have tights. Like pants, something. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. So, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see. And if you got a comment below about what to do that could save my bacon a little bit, let me know. I love visiting with y'all in the comments. It's so much fun. There's only a few of you comment, but that's okay. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I care, but I don't care if you comment. I care that you comment, but you don't have to comment. Does that make sense? I'm just glad you would watch. I feel kind of some days like it's a train wreck that you can't look away from. And you're like, well, at least I'm not doing that in life. You know, I try to keep you entertained because honestly, this is my life. This is my honest life. I can't make this stuff up. It's every day it's like this. And it's entertaining. It is so entertaining. Yeah. But I rarely ever say anything about what I watch on YouTube just because it's drama and it's just nonsense a lot of times. But there is a girl that I watch, and I know y'all know who I'm going to talk about. Like, she's 500 something pounds, if not more. And her channel is a weight loss channel, yet she has never lost any of the weight. And I think, and I finally made a comment like yesterday's video, because she is on that weight loss shot and gaining weight. I kid you not. And so she said on her video that she's gonna quit this weight loss drug, and just because she's gaining weight and she's just not doing good, because another girlfriend broke up with her. Girl, you go through girls like undies. I mean, seriously. And I finally had to comment. I'm like, listen, don't you want to do better for yourself? Don't you want to get better? Don't you, you know? And I understand if she were to lose weight and become a normal person, she would probably lose her channel. She's been doing this a long time. Her newest kick is she has BPD. And if I believe, I understand what that is, and that is borderline personality disorder. And at one time, I had that. And I got that under control, thankfully. And I may be wrong. That's not maybe what BPD is. But she harps on that all the time. She blames it all on her, everything on BPD. She used to have a binge eating disorder. Now she's on to BPD. But I really think that if she were to get herself together and to make herself a better person and want to be a better person, I think she would lose her channel. I really do. She has created this massive monster of a mess. And it's one of those things, she's made her bed, now she has to lie in it. She's young too. She's in her 30s. And she can't even really walk. It's really bad. And I'm thinking, my gosh, don't, who wants to sit in this misery? I mean, even at one time, she's bedbound. Okay? What? I mean, she calls out for, she can't even get behind a steering wheel. So she calls for takeout at least twice a day. Don't get me wrong. I would love to eat takeout twice a day. Thank gosh, I don't have the budget for that. And I have enough sense in my head, don't do that. I live in Abilene, Texas. I live like, food is accessible. There is food all around me. I just can't afford it. And I don't want to blow up to that. And I know that eating that much sodium would fry my heart, because I'm already having high blood pressure issues. To eat that much sodium, oh my gosh. You know, I love my Whataburger. I do. I love Sonic. I love all those things. But a rational person's going to be like, maybe that's not the thing. And if she ate fast food, that'd be one thing. But she's eating like Red Lobster or Cheesecake Factory and be like, taste test. Girl, we've seen you do this a lot of times. We know you know that menu forwards and backwards. And I'm not judging. I'm not jealous. I just kind of feel bad for her, even though she's done this to herself. You know, it just kind of makes you wonder, why? Why? Is the views that important to you that you have to do this to yourself? My thoughts would be you would want to better yourself. I mean, look at Nico Avocado. That was genius. That man was genius. He was a vegan, skinny as heck, and then gained all that weight. And now he's back to being skinny just to prove a point of how we judge people on the internet and stuff. I mean, that was brilliant. Brilliant. Mwah. But this girl, she couldn't do something like that. She couldn't. But anyway, I gotta go because I know we're getting close to a 20-minute video and most of y'all have already checked out. Anyway, I love y'all. Stay warm, take care, and make sure you check on your mental health and others because y'all are important. Take care, guys.